Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jake Wittenberg. This is Jake's Take, where we break down the 5 most popular stories of the week. The segment that's gonna take a knee for this one. That's not gonna... That actually leads me into one of the biggest stories of the week that a lot of you are talking about. That new NFL rule announced this week that allows players and teams to stay in the locker room during the national anthem, but if they take the field, they have to stand and stop taking a knee. Our Jenna Hanchard got the thoughts from fans in 2 separate barbershops in Tacoma this week, one predominantly black, the other mostly white.
Well, if you want to be a part of something and you know what's going on with it, you got to deal with what they got going on, or else don't do it.
They're not going to put up with it. They're going to fine you, take money away from you, and not let you get your point across.
Chris McQueen is totally right. It's a corporate-driven world, and if ratings are down, those corporations are going to shovel less and less money into the NFL. The NFL's growing base is predominantly white suburban America. They have a brand to protect and pay for. That's clearly why they didn't include the players in the discussion of this new rule. And this is a league that has a history of wrapping itself in the American flag and playing the role as America's game. It's going to be super interesting to see how this all plays out. I really want to know your thoughts on this new anthem rule. Post your comments below. Let's stick with sports and another story you're asking a lot about this week, the Mariners. Not the fact that Robinson Cano was just suspended for 80 games. But the M's just struck a deal to stay at Safeco Field for another 25 years. The team finally made an agreement with the Washington State Major League Baseball Stadium Public Facilities District. That's a mouthful. Can't tell if this is good news or one of those announcements that a team makes right before they move towns. Like when a college coach signs a new deal and then moves 6 months later. I at least want to see the team get back to the playoffs in Seattle for the first time since 2001. Oh, did you guys see that huge mess on I-5 this week involving the truck packed with chicken feathers? I was actually the one out on the freeway covering this when it happened. It was disgusting. The driver tells me he fell asleep and hit a guardrail and flipped. These aren't the kind of soft, fluffy, goose-down feathers you're thinking about. The stinky clumps of feathers were apparently headed to a rendering plant in Mount Vernon to be processed into animal feed. Apparently, feathers are packed with protein. I feel bad for the driver. He says he hasn't even had a fender bender in 27 years. I haven't seen a chicken mess this bad since the Chick-fil-A opened up in Bellevue. I need friends. If you're one of the few that haven't checked out our Priced Out series, you should. Amanda Grace and Joseph Huerta are knocking it out of the park with this series on how Seattleites are struggling to keep up with the rapidly rising cost of living. Amanda profiled a couple who are musicians who are making some serious sacrifices to stay afloat. They found dirt cheap rent, $1,300 a month to live in a basement, put their son on free and reduced lunch, and with other jobs on the side. Good for them for sticking it out and sticking with their passion, but I do feel like there's a movie in the works here, not Sleepless in Seattle, but Penniless in Seattle. He's a small business owner, she's a coffee barista. The couple have to cut corners just to renew their Seattle Seahawks season tickets. I kind of like that, actually. Finally, another reason to love Taylor Swift, as if we haven't been told how great she is already, but this is an awesome story. 13-year-old Cora from Federal Way was just diagnosed with stage 2 Hodgkin lymphoma, and doctors didn't want her to go to the Taylor Swift concert because of all the germs in the crowd. That's when the South King Fire and Rescue folks stepped in, picked her up with an ambulance, got her through a back door at the concert so she didn't have to go through the crowds and she could see the show. And guess who decided to meet the girls before the concert? Taylor Swift, you've got a new fan here, my friend. Rock on, good on you. I love you more than I thought I did. Guys, that does it for me for now. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Soak up the weekend, my friends. Work hard, play hard. See you on Monday. Seriously, you guys, there's some seriously good content on this channel. Subscribe here, Jake's Take here. Also, another great video here on the site right here below. Thank you for your support. Jake's Take starting to get more viewers. Fun to see. It's a lot of work to do it myself. I appreciate it.